All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, this is another one reaching us, still on the matter. Yoruba Nation, no going back. Exactly what it is, exactly what the people are still talking about. Well, my brother, my sister, onto this one, Mrs. Modupe Onitiri in fresh trouble. Yeah, so majority of people will be of the question that, what kind of trouble again? Occupy Yoruba Nation by Onitiri boys that were arrested finally come out after Modupe Onitiri. And then if you remember vividly, there were some youths, at a time majority of people were following Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, believing that, she was the actual person that will get Yoruba Nation for us. But right now, my brother, my sister, there is now an eye opener. Everybody high don't open. Yeah, so and then meanwhile, there's this news that is just reaching us right now on this platform that Mrs. Modupe Onitiri will definitely be exposed if May 29, as she had said, that the interim will occupy. If it does not happen, in fact, a lot of things had actually been said onto this one. And right now, some of the youth that Mrs. Modupe Onitiri had been using to fight against the people talking about occupying Yoruba Nation and all that, my brother, my sister, if you've been following, you will notice, you remember that this set of boys were at a time arrested and they were charged for treason and then felony. Well, meanwhile, after their arrest and everything, this set of boys remain in detention, and the people who are always charged for that kind of issue is either, in fact, most times it's execution that ends those kind of people. But at the end of it all, Mrs. Modupe Onitiri could not discharge these boys, could not bail them, and they were there for so many days. Not until later we heard that Mrs. Modupe Onitiri had finally bailed these boys, of which another news that is just reaching us right now had been exposed that Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, these boys came out and then they are of the opinion that this Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, that anywhere they see this woman, they are going to deal with her, that this woman is a scammer. My brother, my sister, is not a small something, that this Mrs. Modupe Onitiri is a scammer, that nobody should believe her. That could you believe that it was Chief Sunday Igboho that actually built these boys after everything? But Chief Sunday Igboho on its own part never told anybody, not until these boys came out on their own and they narrated the whole story, how Mrs. Modupe Onitiri ignored them, how Mrs. Modupe Onitiri did not even do anything about their release. My brother, my sister, it was gathered that this set of people actually looked for Mrs. Modupe Onitiri everywhere, but they could not even reach her. That's exactly what we are actually talking about. A lot of people are shouting, Mrs. Modupe Onitiri is the one that God has sent, but majority of them have not even seen her. They don't even know where she stays. They just believe that she stays in the United States. But where exactly is her location? Majority of people have not even seen her one-on-one. And then don't get it twisted. Most of all these people that are even following her, doing all sorts of, mamawa, and all that, they don't even know her whereabouts. Now tell me, is that the kind of person you people are following? Now these boys came out and then they were like, they should thank Chief Sunday Igboho, because it was Chief Sunday Igboho that actually built them. My brother, my sister, a lot of things are actually happening. Yes, we have been saying it that this woman, we should, as a matter of urgency, forget anything about this woman, because this woman is not part of Yoruba Nation, just like all the Yoruba Nation agitators have made clear. that this woman is not part of Yoruba nation. No, somebody that can go to the length of saying that she wants to get army uniform and police uniform for the youth that are following her. Well, majority of the youth are now whites anyway. Let's see how it wants to happen. No wonder she has been claiming that she is the major person. A lot of people have been of the opinion that this woman is not genuine. Everybody should wake up. This woman is not genuine. Right now, look at what is happening. Since 2022, that she had been shouting that she'll be the one to make it happen, that everybody should neglect Professor Banji Akintoye and Chief Sunday Igboho. Who does that? And meanwhile, with the news reaching us, it has been gathered that most of the people that are following Mrs. Modukpe Onitiri, except for few of them that do not even understand, that do not know, that majority of them already know what is going on, that they are all paid to do what they are doing. Yes, there's nobody in his right senses that will say he is supporting somebody that said Yoruba nation have been declared, that everybody should just go and occupy, even while the governors and the senators are on seat. He said they should go and occupy the seats. Who does that on a very good day, my brother, my sister? The mafia people will say no be Medi be that, na charm be that, no be Medi. No, my brother, my sister, we need to just open our eyes and understand and see things for ourselves. Majority of people will be like, these people have been paid, that's why they are not supporting Mrs. Modukpe Onitiri. But my brother, my sister, you yourself take a look at what is going on. Who will support a mediocre? Who will support something that is not working? Now the youth are not like, okay, fine, though this woman, you have made it clear, you have promised us that by May 29 that the Ominira will be set. In fact, the people are not like, you people should not get it twisted, that there is difference between Yoruba nation and the Ominira group. Now that's another one. When we are talking about Yoruba nation, that's the the set of group that are agitating for the actualization of Yoruba nation. But when you are talking about Ominira group, in fact, they have made it clear to us that Ominira group means Ominira, that they are not real. These people are not Yoruba nation. And meanwhile, a disclaimer has been everywhere about Mrs. Modukpe Onitiri. Now she's looking for $1 million. $1 million to finance the youth. She wants to get uniform, army uniform and police uniform for them, so that they will go and disrupt the May 29 inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to what she has been saying. And now the true Yoruba nation agitators have made it clear that this woman, in fact, from there we should all know what she's all about, what she's up to. Why would you say you want to sew uniform for our Yoruba nation people to go and disrupt inauguration? They have made it clear, in case anything like that happens on that day, you people should know that this woman and our cohorts are the one planning this. They are not part of Yoruba nation. So if anything happens against the inauguration on that day, this woman should be held responsible. I think that's a very wise decision to take. And then I think with that one, she'll be like, people it's a. In fact, why would somebody come out and trying to be tarnishing the image of the real Yoruba nation agitators? Look at what all the guys are now saying, that this woman did not even come to their rescue. It was Chief Sunday Igboho that came to rescue them, and Chief Sunday Igboho did not make that known to anyone. My brother, my sister, a lot of things are actually happening in this Yoruba nation movement. If you are still out there, you are still saying, Mrs. Modukpe Onitiri is the one fighting for us. My brother, my sister, I pray it will not get too late. Just look at what is happening in the country right now. Majority of people are like, Buhari did there. Some set of people are saying, no, be Buhari did there. But now, the whole thing is now being exposed. We are now seeing things for ourselves. We know who exactly is who right now. Before it is too late, my brother, my sister, we need to open our eyes and shine our eyes. The people have made it clear that we are now wise. So we are now wise that Mrs. Modukpe Onitiri, there's nothing she want to tell us again. In fact, I don't even know who are these set of youth that are still coming out. Have you ever seen any youth coming out to say they want to go and disrupt any gathering that is for the Nigerian politician? No, you will not see any Yoruba youth going there, because they are now wise. This propagation that we have been telling them, they have woken up and then they have seen the truth that this their Mrs. Modupe Onitiri is taking them nowhere. This is the way she will drag till the next president will get there, and it's just, and then I think the agenda is just to distract the real Yoruba Nation agitators from agitating about Yoruba Nation movement. They have been paid and we already know what is going on. Let everybody watch and see. At the end of it all, we're not like, so all these agitators have actually been telling us the truth. Because where on earth will somebody tell you go and occupy a seat that a governor is occupying, that is your land, is your possession? At the end of it all, the people, when they were arrested, they did not see Mrs. Modupe Onitiri to bail them. They look for her everywhere. In fact, do they even know where she stays? That's exactly what we are talking about. Well, you can see people visiting Chief Sunday Igboho. You can see the real agitators saying them. They know where they are, but do you know where Mrs. Modupe Onitiri is? That's exactly what it is. So the youth came out. They are not like, oh, it was Chief Sunday Igboho that came to our rescue, that bailed us. So we looked for Mrs. Modupe Onitiri everywhere. We did not find her. My brother, my sister, this is an eye-opener, that there's nothing like Mrs. Modupe Onitiri anywhere. It's just strategies to distract the Yoruba Nation movement. Well, my brother, my sister, I think this is exactly what we are actually talking about. Well, Yoruba Nation are going back. Exactly what it is. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take on this one, and remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. All right, thanks and God bless.